Hello everyone, it's Deb Floros for Jesse James Beads. The Magical Mystery Bead Box for April is Rainy Day, and there are so many fun things in this box. I am crazy about everything. Look at these beads, they're glass. There are so many small beads. There's some beautiful chain. There are some fun little components to work with. I'm picking out the cloudy with a chance of rain and playing in puddles pieces. So first of all, I'm going to take these two metal clouds and we're going to use them for earrings. They are so cute. And then these little lightning bolts are so great to go with them. So we're going to attach those and we're going to use some beads from playing in puddles. Now, there are a ton of beads in this little bead mix, and they are so beautifully put together. Lots to choose from. We're just going to use a few, and we're going to need cutters, round nose pliers, and two pairs of chain nose. I've got a bent chain nose and a straight chain nose, and those will all facilitate a fun project. Now I've got some head pins and some 4mm jump rings and some ear hooks from my stash. So first of all, I split the beads into two piles because there were just so many of them. And I'm going to start by taking our little components, and there are 5 holes at the bottom. So I'm going to use one of those 4mm jump rings, and I'm going to open that up using my pliers. And I'm going to take that cute little lightning bolt connector, and I'm going to attach it to the center hole of this cloud component. So just a simple small jump ring and getting a nice secure closure of that jump ring. And then we've got a fun start to our earring. Next, I'm going to attach the lightning bolt to the other cloud for the other ear. And it's just a simple open and close of a jump ring. And that's a great start. I love how those look. So the next thing we're going to do is attach something to the bottom of that lightning bolt. So I'm going to take one of my flat end head pins and one of those lovely light blue faceted lantern beads. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to create a loop to get us started. And I'm going to open up that loop just a little bit, and I'm going to attach that directly to the lightning bolt. If you're more comfortable, you could do a simple loop, but I'm going to do a wire wrap loop directly onto that lightning bolt. So just going to use my bent chain nose pliers and hold on to my loop and do some wraps to get that bead secured. So now, I mean, the earring could be this, but we've got those other holes to work with. So let's add our bead to the other lightning bolt and get that attached and secured. You could also create a wire wrap loop and attach with a jump ring if you're more comfortable with that. So I love how those look. Now we've got these other holes on this component to contend with. So let's add some beads. Now I looked at all of these beautiful blues, and there are these lovely little faux pearls, and they kind of tie back to the color in our lightning bolt. So I think what I'm going to do is put 2 pearls on my head pins, and I'm going to do another loop. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wire wrap directly onto our component. So I'm going to open up that loop, and then I'm going to pick up my component, and I'm going to take that wire and push it into the hole that's next to the lightning bolt. So we're going to put pearls on either side of the lightning bolt. So I'm just doing some wraps. I'm cutting off my excess, and that's our first set of pearls. So cute. So then I'm going to do the next. Oh, you know what? You will have to tighten up those little places where your wires were cut. You can use your bent chain nose or your regular chain nose for that. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the second set of pearls. So creating my loop, opening that up and then dropping that wire onto the hole on the other side of that lightning bolt. I'm going to use my bent chain nose to hold onto that loop and then do some wraps. Now we've got pearls on either side. Now, how about matching back to the bead at the bottom of our lightning bolt? Let's pick up those blue beads again and attach them to the other side. So we're just going to go with one of those beads on either side. So doing the exact same thing, creating a loop, opening that wire up, and then taking that wire, pushing it through the last hole on that component or the last available one on one side, and doing our wraps, getting that bead nice and secure. And I tried to do the same amount of wraps for each one of my attachments so that they would look symmetrical and finished. So there we go. Now we're going to add one on the other side on the last hole available on that component. So creating our loop, attaching it to our component, doing our wraps, cutting off our excess, and then tightening up all of those little pieces of wire, making sure they're tucked in. Oh, I love how that looks. So much fun. And then we just need ear wires, right? So I'm going to take gold tone ear wires to match back to the gold on the rest of the earring. And I'm opening up that earring like a jump ring and attaching it directly onto our cloud component. And then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, close that up, tighten up that ear wire, and we'll have the cutest pair of earrings ever. These are the perfect rainy day earrings. This Magical Mystery Bead Box is so much fun. I really had a great time making these earrings, and I'm going to be wearing these all season. And now look at how many beads I have left from that mix. So remember, I split them up. I'm not sure how I'm going to get them back in the package. There's so many of them. I can use them on so many other fun things. Here's the finished earrings. I hope that you've enjoyed the Magical Mystery Bead Box for April, rainy day. Thanks for watching.